Hi there, this is Jeff. Wanted to go over a quick thing. Obviously I got some good mileage out of my ST1100. Just did a 2,500 mile road trip in the crosswind, and this is how the tire looks. So I got to pull this tire off. Now this is something every person should know how to do with their bike, and you should have tools that you can do this on the road. First thing, this is a 27mm nut on this side. Honda was kind enough to design the exhaust pipe that it reaches around it. So you can use a wrench, or you can just use a ratchet with an extension on it. Don't loosen anything up before you do this one. And then you want to bust this 27mm loose right over here. So take this 27mm off. Okay. Once you get this 27mm off, set it over to the side. Then you need to pop over to this side over here. And over here we have, this is the trickier part. Let me make sure the camera's right. Let's see, kind of see it. So up here we have a caliper bolt. It's a 14mm, and sometimes I'll use two wrenches together to break it loose, but I think I got this. There we go. Take off this caliper bolt. This is the one right up here on the swing arm that I'm working with right now. And you want to back that out. It's kind of a tight fit. This is the hardest part, is this particular bolt. There's a kitten. My garage kittens. Okay, once you get this out, it doesn't have to come out the whole way. So, but you just need to wiggle the caliper a little bit, and it will come loose. There you go. Hits exhaust, you're fine. Now, 12mm right here. This is your pinch bolt. It's a little tight. And take out the pinch bolt here. You don't necessarily have to take it out, but I just do, just because I usually oil threads on things. Your pads here, pry this in just a little bit. It makes it easier putting it back together, makes it easier getting it apart. You know, don't be brutal with it. You don't want to sit there and bend your rotor, but you can just pry a little bit in here. Pry your pads back a little bit. Once you get that like that, you're fine. Now, what you need to do is you need to tap the axle out. You take a screwdriver and a hammer, and you come back over to this side over here, right there, and you want to tap this. As long as you don't hit the threads, you should be okay. There's a divot in the front, or a very little, and if you need to, you can go ahead and put a punch in there to pull it out. But I always grease my bolts up really well so they come right out. I use pair channel locks. Grab a hold of the axle, wiggle it out. There's actually a hole in there for a screwdriver if you so desire. You see I'm pulling the axle halfway out now through this notch. Now I'm pulling the axle out. Got the axle out. You can see I've greased it up really well. Try to keep that clean. Now, once you have the axle out, then you slide this part right here. So can you see this? This is the brake. So you slide this up, past the pads, out of the way. Now you've got a 1-inch gap in here. Now this is the tricky thing right here. Here's a spacer. Don't want to mix these up side to side. Take it out, carefully set it aside. Try to keep it from getting dirty. Grab the tire, lift up a little bit, go straight out sideways. Go straight out sideways, and the whole tire rolls out right there. So anyway, thanks for watching. Now you know how to do a rear tire removal on an ST1100. You can tell that I've also marked mine as far as the direction of travel, so that when you put on the new tire, it doesn't get mixed up. And that's it. Now I'm going to put on a new tire, and you can watch my other video on how to put it back on.